Following the Jedi strike team's attempt to rescue Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Padme Amidala on Geonosis, Yoda arrived just in time to save the remaining survivors. Of course, Yoda didn't arrive alone, as he was joined by the clone troopers who'd been grown specifically as a fighting force for the Republic and the Jedi. But the clone army that ultimately engaged the Separatists in what would become the First Battle of Geonosis did not merely consist of clone troopers created on Kamino. Rather, the clone army was already fully equipped with military vehicles, including Acclamator-class assault ships, low-altitude assault transports, and AT-TE walkers. Knowing that the Kaminoans specialized only in cloning technology, and not in the engineering of heavy military vehicles, how was the clone army supplied with these war machines? And more importantly, how was their production kept secret from the Republic, the Jedi, and the Separatists? In this video expose, I will describe how the clone army was secretly supplied with its military vehicles, wherein the clones were equipped even before the start of the Clone Wars. Although these military vehicles were not designed or manufactured by the Kaminoans, their ultimate acquisition by the clone army did start with them. 1 year after the invasion of Naboo, a full 9 years before the start of the Clone Wars, the Kaminoans, who by this time had already been commissioned by Sifo-Dyas to create a clone army for the Republic, contacted a corporation named Rothana Heavy Engineering, and placed an order worth billions of credits for war machines for the clone army. Who was Rothana Heavy Engineering, and why were they specifically sought out by the Kaminoans to equip their clone army? Rothana was a large manufacturer of military vehicles that was a subsidiary of the largest military shipbuilding corporation in the galaxy, Kuat Drive Yards. Although Kuat Drive Yards was based upon the planet of Kuat within the galaxy's core, its subsidiary Rothana Heavy Engineering was based upon the planet of Rothana within the section of the galaxy known as Wild Space. The planet was only discovered roughly 800 years before the events depicted in A New Hope. When Rothana was found to be abundantly rich in minerals, it was acquired through deed by Kuat Drive Yards, who established an industrial network of mines, factories, and shipyards that would ultimately rise to become Rothana Heavy Engineering. The Kaminoans specifically sought out Rothana Heavy Engineering to supply its clone army with military vehicles, as it emerged to become Kuat Drive Yards' go-to subsidiary for carrying out secret projects. Rothana's position away from the eyes of the core worlds made the corporation perfect to build the Kaminoans' desired war machines in secret, as its isolated position in the galaxy protected the project from corporate espionage. Further, Rothana was only accessible through an intricate and confusing network of hyperspace routes that were only handed out by the corporation on a need-to-know basis, and which weren't well known. Therefore, Rothana Heavy Engineering was the perfect supplier of military vehicles, and the Kaminoans entrusted them to secretly equip their clone army with dropships, assault vehicles, and walkers 9 years before the start of the Clone Wars. To ensure the secrecy of the Kaminoans' order, Rothana established Project Icefang, a top-secret construction operation to build the clone army's war machines. Through Project Icefang, Rothana oversaw the development of thousands of military vehicles, from starships to walkers. In order to further protect the project by keeping it hidden from the rest of the galaxy, Rothana devoted an entire hyperlane for Project Icefang, named the Quiberon Line. Chartered for Project Icefang by Rothana's parent company, Kuat Drive Yards, the Quiberon Line connected the planets Rothana and Kamino. This allowed the vehicles developed by Rothana to travel via this dedicated hyperlane to Kamino, where they could be tested and trained upon by the clone troopers. Therefore, the Quiberon Line ensured that the secrecy of Project Icefang was preserved. Having worked in absolute secrecy for 9 years, Rothana was able to equip the clone army with combat vehicles and starships by the time the army was called upon by Yoda to engage the Separatists in the Battle of Geonosis, the first battle of the Clone Wars. Given the success of the Rothana-built vehicles at Geonosis, within days of the start of the Clone Wars, the Republic tendered an order to Rothana for an additional 1,000 Acclamator-class assault ships, in addition to a wide variety of warships, support vessels, assault walkers, and medical ships. So there we have it. How the Clone Army was secretly supplied with military vehicles for the Clone Wars through Project Icefang. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for Miracle Army.